everyone, welcome back to Cottage Colouring Sketch. So this video is definitely my favourite video of the month, and it is September's finished pages. So I'm going to get straight into it, and I'm going to start with a PDF that I completed quite recently in a colour along, and it was this one. Now this is a gorgeous little PDF. It's part of a set by Colouring Chicks, aka Derrier Draws. And you can either get this in a Halloween set over on her Etsy store, or she has just released a new colouring book that includes these illustrations inside it that you can get off Amazon, I believe. So yeah, very cute illustration. I used a washi tape around the outside that I got from Gretel's Creates, and it has this sort of foiling, gold foiling, metallic foiling, which is really cute. Now the background, if you watched my colour along, you'll know what what an absolute mare I had with that background. I decided it was a good idea to use some ink, some of the spray ink. Where's it gone off my desk? Oh, it's here. I decided to use this. This is the Dilutions Shimmer Spray by Ranger. Let me tell you, it is very messy. There was people commenting saying, oh, I've got some of that spray, but I only use it in my crafting things because it does go everywhere. You're very brave using it on a colouring page. And I thought, yep, that's me doing all the silly things in life. But yeah, it was an absolute mare. If you want to watch that video, it is up on my channel. It'll be under playlists for colour alongs and colouring chats. But it's a really nice spray. It's really shimmery. Let me see if I can pick it up. Can you see that in the light? It's really metallic and it's really gorgeous, but it's just, you can't stop it going on your illustration. So that's all I'll say about this one, is that I wasn't happy that it did go over my illustration because I was really happy with the colouring on this one. So the fact that it actually went over a arm and a hair, I wasn't happy with, but I'm learning to love it overall. You know, overall it's quite a good one, but I just didn't want it all over my illustration. I used some glossy accents on the boots as well. I don't know if can we pick that up in the light. So her boots are like glossy, so they look like painted leather boots, which was quite cool. But yeah, I used the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils on that one. So it's rather cute, but I just wish it hadn't gone over my beautiful colouring on that one, because I really loved it, how it turned out. So yeah, Colouring Chicks on Etsy, that one. Next up is one from Lady Spring. This was done right at the beginning of the month, actually. I almost forgot that I'd coloured this page. So this Lady Spring book is a compilation of illustrators. So we've got artwork by all these beautiful ladies down here, and the page I did this month in here was this gorgeous page. I absolutely loved doing this one. I loved it. The illustration is called Alice, and this is by Grazia Salvo, this illustration. Now I used my Derwent Colour Softs on this page, and the background was actually all Derwent Colour Soft. It was a yellow pencil, and I just went in with a block colour, and it went down beautifully. Because the pencils are so soft, they're just excellent for backgrounds. And that colour on this page is just beautiful. I think it was lemon, something like that. The colour of it. I think I did a skin tutorial up on the channel, so that will be under tutorials on my playlists, if you're interested in the skin. But yeah, really cute illustration, that one. I did put in some white gel pen detailing in the centre of the flowers, and obviously used it for highlights in the eyes and around some of the jewels at the bottom. But I'm going to lift this one up because I really love this one. And the little bunny rabbit. Yeah, I did that. I did the bunny as a little colour along video as well, or colouring chats, shall we say. So that's the little bunny rabbit. But yeah, another page I really like this month. So Alice by Grazia Salvo in the Lady Spring book. It's a gorgeous book, that one as well, really lovely. You just pop that out of the way. So next up is a page, no, we'll go for the other side of the dream first. I had this one on top and then I switched up. I was like, no, we'll show this one first. So this is a book by Karolina Kubikowska. I did this on the channel as well. Yesterday I think I posted this one. So the page I did in here was this stunning page. I absolutely, let me adjust my camera a little bit. I absolutely love this one. Love it. The colour palette's just so delicate and pretty. It was just like a watercolour, a bit of a watercolour wash really that I did in the background with the Prima watercolours, the pastel set. And then I used my Derwent Colour Soft pencils again on this page. So yeah, I really went to turn on a face because I thought it's one of those illustrations where you can really have fun with it. Doesn't have to be too realistic. And she already had these big cheeks drawn in and a little one on her nose, so I thought, why not go all out? We'll go bright on them cheeks and the eyeshadow as well. And I really enjoy lashes that are closed, eyes that are closed. I like drawing the lashes downwards like that. I really do love doing that. And the eyebrows, obviously, I really love feathering eyebrows in with my pencils. I love it. It's a strange thing, that, isn't it? When someone says, what do you like colouring? And you say, eyebrows. I like colouring eyebrows. It's a bit of a strange one, but I do. Yeah, I really like that page. This is a gorgeous book as well, and because of the size of it, it's a nice little square sized book, and they're manageable. I mean, I filmed this yesterday and it took me 1 hour and 10 minutes to do that page, which is not a lot of time. It's not a lot of time at all. 1 hour and 10 minutes. So yeah, but there's some really dark and creepy pages in this book as well. Very Halloween vibes you can get from this book on some of the pages. I mean, it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. If anyone's in the market for a new colouring book, I love the butterfly one. But yeah, that's that in On the Other Side of the Dream by Karolina Kubikowska. Next one is in Mouse Guard. We'll show you this one now. So I did post this one up on my Instagram. I was going to keep it a secret for the YouTube video at the end because I like keeping some a surprise, but I just couldn't contain myself and I thought I'm going to post it because I really like it. So it got posted. I don't know where my sticky label's gone out of here. Has it disappeared? But here we go. This is this one. So this is a new book to me as well. I only recently purchased this book and I couldn't find it anywhere, and very kindly Lucy Just Adds Colour sent me a link of where I could purchase it from, and I got it and I coloured this immediately. Originally I was going to go for a sort of striped acrylic paint background, so this little pink thin line that you can see around the edge, I was going to do 2 of them, but I used washi tape to get that straight line, and then when I went to peel the washi tape off, it ripped my paper. So then I actually had to use some decorative washi tape to cover up the rip in the paper. So we've it turned out nice in the end. It was like one of them happy mistakes that turns out happy. So now we've got the little acrylic border and then we've got a washi tape border just after it, which, you know, I really like how that turned out. So it really was a happy mistake. I used a soft pastel background, so all the green in the background was soft pastel, and the rest of the illustration was all Derwent Inktense pencils, and I was really pleased with that frog. I really love how it turned out. So I put the Derwent Inktense down first, and then I went in with a tiny little bit of pencil, the Faber-Castell Polychromos, and I think it was the green chrome oxide or something colour that I used in some of the darker areas on the frog. But yeah, I love that one. The Derwent Inktense, they're really nice, you know, and even if you're not good at sort of building them up, if you just use them as a base and put your pencil over the top to build the colour, it really is lovely. They don't bleed through or anything. There's no bleed through from the Derwent Inktense in this book. So yeah, I'll give you a close up on that little one. But I really love that frog. If you know me, you'll know I like frogs. So that was a good one. Good first page for me to do. Next up was a page from Circle of Life. So this was Colour Me Stress Free's community buddy colour or hashtag over on Instagram and her YouTube channel. And the hashtag was Colour Me Turtle Free. And it was to colour this beautiful page here. I do believe quite a lot of people have joined in with this one. So you might see a few of these pages cropping up in finished pages videos. I did do a full pencil background on this one and I regretted my decision as soon as I started it, let me tell you. I'm not one for doing full pencil backgrounds at all. It takes up so much time. But unfortunately I started it and then I had to finish it. So that is a pencil background. So the pencils I used for this one was the Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils. I also used a lot of the handmade watercolours by KJ Design by Karen and GD Colour. I used a mix of both. So if I hold it up, you will see it shining in the light, hopefully. There's a bit of metallic paint. And I used glitter gel pens as well. I also, you might notice it looks a bit different, I also drew these ones in. So I sort of followed these, the shape of these, and drew my own in, one there and one at the bottom. Just to make it a bit different. But yeah, I like that one as well. Did some white gel pen detailing around the clouds and on top of the water. But I love the shine on that one. And I've not had them watercolours out in ages. The handmade watercolours, I've not used them in a long time. So that was that one from Circle of Life. I'm doing too much talking. I need to take a breath. I'm losing my breath over here. So next up was a page from Intricate Ink Animals in Detail by Tim Jeffs. And I did this one. I love this. It's maybe my favourite page this month. I really do love it. It was a colour along up on the channel with Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils. So if you want to join in with that one, somebody did actually join in with it and they tagged me in the picture they'd done on Instagram, and it was absolutely amazing. It was amazing. So if you're watching, thank you so much for joining in, because it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside when I see all your finished pages when you've, you know, joined a colour along, because as a creator you don't get to see who's following along with your colour alongs, or if even anyone at all is joining in. You just don't have a clue. So it's really nice when people tag you in the pictures and you see that somebody's actually followed your colour along, and it's amazing and it's just so nice. So that was that one. And I did ask for your suggestions for a name, and I picked Pascal from all your suggestions, so thank you to whoever put that little suggestion in. I was thinking Rango myself from the movie Rango, just because my daughters used to love that movie and we watched it so many times. But yeah, I love that one. Let me hold him up a bit so you can see all the colours. But I really loved how nice those colours were blending together. And when I was blending the sort of ochre tones and yellows into the turquoise colours, they was then creating their own tones of green, so it was like adding more tones into the mix. Next up was a page from Flowerscape. This one's by Maggie Enterios and Terror. Cannot pronounce that, sorry. But Maggie, yeah, we'll call her Maggie. And I did this one. So this one was just a little title page, so nothing too detailed on this one. I did use a washi tape around the edge, but what I did was I cut it down. So this is the washi tape that I used, but I did just cut it thinner so that it was a nice little thin strip around the edge, and I thought that floral tape really works well with the page. The middle section I did have a boo-boo with. So I forgot exactly what I did underneath. I think I was trying to do a watercolour effect and it wasn't going to plan, so I had to sort of put the watercolour all over the box, and then obviously I didn't want it to go over where you put your name, so I created this little circle around, put some glitter gel pen around, and that was that. But there was a boo-boo underneath here, and then I had to put this tape here because something went a bit dodgy with the watercolour there, so I covered it up with a bit of washi tape as well. You know me, when something goes wrong, I just cover it up with anything I can find, whether it's washi tape, whether it's glitter glue, just something you don't like, just cover it up. Stick something on there, confetti or something. But that was that page. So I think that was the KJ Design by Karen watercolour, that one, and it is sort of like a metallic, but yeah, I really like that one. I did write all my colours down for that one as well, for the flowers. So that is Flowerscape. Next up was a page from Jewellery Box by Hannah Carlson. Now this was a double page spread, and I did this one for one of the colouring checklist challenges on the prompt list, and the prompt was colour a page half using bright colours and half using, you know, dark colours or whatnot. Now I really like the way the bright side turned out, but the dark side I hate, so let's just show you anyway. The dark side I hate, and it was this one. So the bright side is obviously this one on the right hand side. So gorgeous, I love it. It was Distress ink background, and then I used oranges, greens, reds. I think I might have used some ink tents on the bird and then went over with pencil. I think I did, you know. I think I did on this page. Used some glitter gel pen, and yeah, I really liked that side. You might just see the shine from the glitter gel pen a little bit. The dark side, I just don't like it. Don't like it, guys. But I wanted to go with a Distress ink to match this side. And the only dark Distress ink colour that I had was this brown. And I really don't like it. I just don't like it. I like the blues and purples, but I really don't like that background. I really don't. But it was, you know, it was part of the challenge. It was to do it in dark tones and bright tones, so I fulfilled the challenge. It ticked off the prompt, but I'm only happy with this side. I don't like this one. But what do you guys think? Drop me a comment down below. What do you think? Do you think it's as bad as I think? Or is it not too bad? Maybe it just photographed horrible on Instagram, because it did actually look awful on Instagram on the picture I put up. And it didn't get many likes as well, which suggests that, you know, people thought what I thought. I always go off that. If there's not many likes on your Instagram, then they're thinking what you're thinking, basically. But yeah, it did bleed through as well, so we did sacrifice this page because the brown did come through. I'm not sure if the red did on that page. No, well, maybe a little bit, but it didn't really. The brown went through, but not to worry. But that's my double page spread in Hannah Carlson's Jewellery Box, and that's supposed to have really good, like, the best paper as well in that edition. Is it the Dutch? Is that the Dutch edition? Not too sure. Next up we have Hannah Carlson again. This time Tales from the Witch's Cottage. So this is her newest release. So it's come out at just the right time, ready for October. And I did this one. This one was a colour along on the channel again. Colour along / colour and chat type thing. I did go into detail about how I did this apple though. So I think there was a whole video on me colouring just the apple. And I did base it on a tutorial I watched by Chris Cheng. I think that's how you pronounce your last name. I still need to figure out if I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah, that was based on a tutorial by her. But I did it with my Faber-Castell Polychromos. I think she used Prismacolors. Really love it. Soft pastel background, and then I put some Winsor & Newton ink splashed on the back, so you can see that glistening there. But yeah, that's my first page that I've done out of this book. I really like my little froggy as well, because, you know, we have to colour frogs. But yeah, it's a really nice book for the October time, this one, I think. Quite nice. A lot of sort of witchy pages you could do. So yeah, that's Hannah Kelsen's Tales from the Witch's Cottage. Last but not least, we have Cute and Creepy by Camilla Dericourt. I've actually done 2 pages in here. One I did do on the channel, so we'll get into that one if I can find it. Where are we? I did put a little tag in. I have put some wax paper over the top because if you saw my colour along, you'll have seen that I got very messy with some acrylic paint, and I didn't want this page sticking to this one. So I will just take that off, and it is this one. So the background was a soft pastel, just an orange soft pastel, Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils for the illustration, and then I used some Deco Art Americana paint, these 2 here, and I just dripped them down the page basically and let it run down, so it looked like slime. That was the sort of effect I was going, was like slime. Whilst the paint was wet, I stuck some little Halloween confettis to it, so that's what they look like. I got these off, I don't know whether it was Etsy or Amazon, I'll double check if anyone wants to know, but these little confettis I stuck to the paint whilst it was wet, and then they dry into the paint, you see, so you don't need any glue or anything, they just dry into the paint. So this was so much fun, guys, so much fun. Don't be scared of having fun in your colouring books. Look at that slime. The only thing I will say, if you're going to do anything like that, make sure the page on the opposite side is already coloured, because, you know, you're going to have because this is raised and bumpy now, if you then went to colour the opposite side of the page, you're going to have trouble because you're going to be going over lots of bumps with your colouring. So I did colour the opposite side first, and it is another completed page for this month, and it is this one. So I did this one this month as well. Really love this one. Again, it was a soft pastel background, sort of pinks and yellows mixed together, and it was Faber-Castell Polychromos pencils for the rest of it, a bit of glitter gel pen on some of the hearts, and then I used a glossy accents on her eyes and her lips and a little shoe down at the bottom. So I don't know if you're going to see her eyes shining in the light, possibly just a little bit in the lips, but I love that one. The only thing that when I did go to do this, because I put such a thick amount on, it did sort of, I don't know if you can see which, you can sort of see a shadowing of the paint. It didn't bleed through, acrylic doesn't bleed through, but it's a sort of shadowing of where the paint is on the other side, almost. Can't explain it, but you can see it a bit. But with this illustration being a bit spooky, I don't mind, because it sort of adds to the effects of the page, if you get me. But yeah, I love that one. I love her hair as well. So yeah, that is Cute and Creepy. I'm going to stick this back in just so we don't have any dramas of pages being stuck together. So that's Cute and Creepy by Camilla Dericourt. So that's all my pages for this month. Next month is obviously October. Well, we're the 1st of October today as I'm filming this, so guaranteed October's finished pages will be lots of Halloween pages, lots and lots of Halloween pages. So thank you everyone for watching. Please do hit the thumbs up button, please leave me a comment down below and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching everyone. Bye.